The Walking Dead is currently live in the PTB. That means this is Dead by Daylight's next chapter. With this chapter, we are getting 2 new survivors, Rick, Grimes, and Michonne. Daryl is also available as a legendary skin for Rick, so let's get into their new perks. Rick's perks are Apocalyptic Ingenuity, Come and Get Me, Teamwork, Toughen Up. Starting off with Apocalyptic Ingenuity, after unlocking or rummaging through 2 chests, press the ability button for 8 seconds next to a broken pallet to build a fragile pallet. You see the auras of broken pallets within 32 meters. I have been waiting for a perk like this to come to Dead by Daylight. Ever since they included that one class in 2v8 that allows for the rebuilding of pallets, I have been waiting. And now that it's here, I am so disappointed. Because what do you mean I have to go around to different chests, take 8 seconds to build a party pallet? And that's honestly the only thing I'm mad about. I don't care that I have to rummage through 2 chests. I don't care that it takes 8 seconds to rebuild. But what do you mean I am building a pallet that most survivors are going to miss with and be ineffective? And to make this perk even worse, apparently you have to rummage through 2 chests per use. This means at most, unless you are making a very specific build around this perk, you get 1 use. 1. I would even be okay if it rebuilt a pallet that was still dropped, requiring any means necessary to fully rebuild and reset a pallet. Because for a majority of players, these fragile pallets aren't going to do anything except let the killer make distance on them. Even a halfway decent killer can bait a pallet. And I know they're not going to change it because they introduced a brand new item called a fragile pallet, but guys, why? But anyways, on to Rick's next perk, Come and Get Me. After unhooking a survivor while crouched and idled, make injured and dying survivors within 24 meters leave no scratch marks or pools of blood for 15 seconds. You scream and the killer sees your aura for 5 seconds. So this perk is going to strengthen the Steagles. Kidding. But I don't really see this perk getting that much value. I mean, I can see the vision, but if you're a solo queue player, are you really going to try and help your teammate crawl away versus trying to pick them up? And then if you're a Swift, you'd be able to coordinate to crawl away without wasting the perk slot. So I think the idea is that this is supposed to pair with one of Michonne's perks. So the survivor uses this to crawl away, and then when Michonne's perk is activated, the killer doesn't see where they get up. I think that's what the developers are going for, but I don't really think the player base is going to use this perk. There's just better ways to do what this perk is trying to accomplish. And then Rick's last perk, Teamwork, Toughen Up. When another survivor pallet stuns or blinds the killer while you are injured and within 24 meters, your grunts of pain, scratch marks, and pools of blood are reduced by 100% for 30 seconds. I do kind of like this perk. Not that I think it's going to be popular, but it feels like this is the developer's way of trying to address tunneling, which I appreciate. But this perk relies on other players being altruistic, and I think that's the perk's biggest hangup. You're going to go into a match hoping other players will accomplish something in close proximity to you. For solo queue, this isn't going to get that much value, which is really unfortunate because I love seeing the developers do more with the teamwork mechanic. And then on to Michonne's perks. Michonne's perks are Conviction, Last Stand, and Teamwork Throwdown. Conviction is probably the most controversial perk in the Walking Dead chapter. After you heal one survivor, while downed with at least 25% recovery progress, press the ability button to recover instantly. You are broken and then downed again after 30 seconds. Now this is controversial because the big Dead by Daylight creators have discovered that this can stack with plot twists. And the way this stacks with plot twists cancels the broken status, making this an infinite combo. I'm so mad about it because this perk is desperately needed for the slugging meta that's happening right now. And with all the recent base game changes, Survivor Endgame is basically dead. So a perk that can allow you to recover and potentially make a comeback is really needed right now. Hopefully, when this goes live, they'll change it so that you need to heal a survivor before each use. So instead of it being heal one survivor, get unlimited uses, you have to heal a survivor per use. I don't know if that will completely satisfy the concerns about bully squads because bully squads can keep healing each other, but so many good survivor perks get immediately nerfed, and this one will probably meet that same fate. But at least Last Chance is another decent perk. After spending 60 seconds in the killer's terror radius and not in chase, when you fast vault, you stun the killer for 3 seconds if they are within 2.5 meters, and then this perk is disabled for the rest of the trial. The only thing I would change is that last line. Because what do you mean I have to hang out in the killer's terror radius while not in chase for a full minute, then hope I vault with them close enough to a window or pallet to only be able to do that once? I think if someone's willing to be that close to the killer and recharge this perk, let them. It's not like killers can't just distance themselves from vault points to avoid being stunned. 2.5 meters is really close. But I do know that this is going to make chase at Shack frustrating for lower level killers because someone's definitely going to be in there trying to vault and trying to get that stun. And then finally, Michonne's teamwork perk, Throwdown. When you pallet stun or blind the killer, other injured survivors within 24 meters gain endurance and see the killer's aura for 10 seconds. I just want to ask, how is Rick's teamwork perk not built like this? Why is it not giving other survivors something like this? Clearly the developers were comfortable with making an altruistic teamwork perk because this is how it should work. Like, if I could change Toughen Up, I would make it more like this. Instead of waiting for another survivor to stun the killer, you get something. Make it the other way around. In terms of teamwork throwdown, no notes. I think for what this perk is trying to do, it accomplishes that. I think limiting it to pallet stuns and blinds is a fair balance, especially since Michonne does come with a new way to stun killers, and this will make for some really interesting moves in the game. So these are the perks we're getting with the Walking Dead chapter. Which one is your favorite? Which one do you think is going to see the most changes before coming live? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more Dead by Daylight content.